Good evening and welcome to this evening's live stream. So I think you can hear me loud and clear. I think everything that should be going through is going through. I'm just checking everything just to be sure. It looks like it's going through. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it is. It'll catch up there. So that's fine. Give me 1 second. I'm just checking everything to make sure it is doing what it should be doing. So obviously it is Tuesday, which is not generally a day I stream on, but it's been a very busy couple of days. Yeah, it's we've had a few releases that we've been waiting for a long time, so glad they finally appeared, um, for sure. And the fact that I guess we can talk about it now. So it's sorry, I'm slightly distracted. I just want to make sure that this is going through. Interesting. Give me 1 second, right? I need to make sure this is working. Yeah, it's working. So let's just pause this. Let's bring this across and hopefully this doesn't break anything. Okay, cool. Right. Anyway, welcome to this evening. We can start. So we've had 3 products that have come about. We have the G6 entry. We have the what else do we have? I'm losing my mind at the moment. G6 180, and we actually saw the first glimpse of the Unifi travel router, which, lo and behold, we have right here. So I will caveat this to start with, saying this is just a box. I've not opened it yet. I've not tested it. I've not done anything with it yet. I know about as much as you do, but we can definitely. I'm not going to be powering this up now and testing it and whatnot. That's going to be in a future video, but we can definitely try and figure out through some of the tech specs on the site or what's going on to see if we can figure out any questions that you might have, or if there's anything specific that you want me to test. Let me know and I'll keep a note of it and we can go from there. But anyway, let's say some hellos. Good evening, Cyberdog. You were here first, so welcome. Thank you for joining. Good evening. And yeah, very much needed haircut. So yeah, looking when you look a bit more fresh, you feel a bit more fresh, I guess. Good evening. Now that the specifications and price of the G6 entry doorbell are known, does it really make sense to wait for the G6 entry Pro purely for the better camera and display? So I would probably. Oof, it depends. Generally, the consensus that I give, or the advice generally, I would say, is if it fits your requirements right now, then stick with those requirements and just use those, and go with what's there. But if you don't have one just yet and you are still holding out and you want the Pro, I mean, let's have a little look. Let's go to tech specs. Let's have a little look. Let's do a quick comparison between the two. Doorbells. Compare. Right. So I think what you said was pretty much on the mark anyway. Can you still see me? Yeah, you can. Right. Okay. So hopefully you can see that. Make that a little bit bigger. In terms of, I guess we don't know the price for the G6 Pro entry yet. And I will caveat this that we don't have it yet. So I don't have the travel router. Travel router. I read something about the travel router. So that's why I said I don't have the G6 Pro entry yet. That's something we don't have. So two-way audio. So the LCM display, that's the additional. So that's the biggest selling point. Biggest selling point? One of the biggest selling points for the upgrade. So if you need that LCM display on the front, if that's not really too much of a big deal for you, then maybe that might not be it. But again, the other one is going to be the camera. So the main camera does 12 megapixel at 20 frames per second, or 8 megapixel at 30 frames per second. Whereas the main camera does 5 megapixels and 8 megapixels. So 12 and 8 and 5 and 8. So, oof. I mean, it depends whether you want that extra clarity. You've seen what the image looks like in the video that I've already released, so you can see what that's like. It's really hard for me to make a judgment for you, but you just need to look at the additional specs and see whether you need them. For me, I'm always after the latest and greatest, so I would probably be more inclined, but you got to look at the features. Is it something that you're going to need or something that you're going to make use of? If so, then yes, probably hold out. I mean, it does it say January it's coming? Does it say? I think that's what I remember reading anyway. It's January that it's coming. Yep, Jan 2026. So worst case scenario, you're going to be waiting about 5 weeks for this to arrive. So at the most, in terms of power, there's barely any difference. In terms of weight, it's a little bit more. Processors exactly the same. And yeah, I think that's all there is to say about that. I rather suspect you might know a thing or two about the subject. So yeah, unfortunately, like I said, I don't have that doorbell just yet, so I can't say too much about it, other than what's on the website. Let's move on. Is it 25th of December? Not quite, but we're almost there. It almost feels like it's Christmas. So given that we've had 3 releases in 2 days, it's definitely a busy week, that's for sure. Good evening, Mark. How you doing? I love the travel. I mean, let me take it out of its pack, I guess. I think I've packed this up the wrong way, so when I put it back in. So something like this it's small, it's compact, this thing is tiny, right? So I'm not going to hold up a credit card against it just for the sake of it. But if I hold up my iPhone, probably not the best example to show. You can see that thing is literally quite very small. And to think this has 2 gigabit Ethernet ports on it as well. So we have a WAN and LAN. What can you see?
Nothing. Okay. If we look at this side, focuses in. There you go. So we have the WAN and LAN connectivity at the top, which are both gigabit ports, and that is the. And normally these generally feel a little bit flimsy, but this actually doesn't feel. If you put a lot of pressure on it, yes, it is going to break probably, but it doesn't feel like it's going to just fall off like some of the laptop ones do. We have a couple of USB-C ports on the side, which we'll talk about them maybe a little bit later, and we have the display at the front that has the information, and then you can see that says travel router on it. So
yeah, looking forward to this one, getting this one tested. And like I said, it's tiny, it fits in your pocket, and I almost want to say this will probably fit in my wallet as well, but we'll leave that for the video. Yep, it definitely is. The G6 180 is performing better than I expected. That's good to hear. Hopefully it seems like it has surpassed your expectations, which is always a good thing. Good evening from Norway. Good evening. Hello from Ottawa, Canada. Good afternoon to you over there. Happy holidays from Dallas, Texas. Christmas came early. I think a lot of people are going to be thinking that. Seems the UTR is very similar to those GLI nets. I mean, I've not really looked too much into the GLI nets, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I know what they are and what they do, but I don't know which models are similar in a similar sort of size category. I haven't actually looked, to be honest. Yeah, I won't spend time looking now, but yeah, maybe something we can talk about in the video about the different travel routers that are out there. Let's just delete that because we don't need that. Greetings. Oh, I missed one there. Hola from Barcelona. Good evening. Greetings from the bottom of Mac Telecom's. So Cody's locked a few people away in his basement, it seems. So they're hiding out there, enjoying themselves while he's away on vacation. I want to make some sort of joke here, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna leave that comment there and let the comments roll through. You have an echo? Oh, not again. This happened last time. Where am I getting an echo from? Are you still getting an echo? I'm hoping not. I should really listen to this and see what it sounds like. But if you are still getting an echo, oh, on the overhead camera. Oh, okay. I know why. Right, 1 second. Just brace your ears. One second. Hopefully that will be. Hopefully that'll be better on the top-down camera, because I had my audio unmetered on the camera itself. So yeah, that probably didn't sound great. So I apologize. I had to reset up the OBS the other day. So yeah, it's all of my settings are slightly messed up. Let's see. So happy holidays from Dallas. Christmas came early from Ubiquity. Yes. And I have no doubt. I just have. I don't know for sure, and don't take this as a response. But I have a fairly. I think it's going to be a very busy start to the year, is what I'm trying to say. Yes. Yes. We know the. We know the word. Why can I not get my words out this evening? We know the differences in terms of the sayings between the two countries across either side of the pond. Where is Mac Telecom? I don't know if he wants me to reveal his location, but yeah, he's on vacation. If you go and look at Ubiquity's video today, I think he said where he is. But yeah, he's out on vacation, and I'm here to keep you entertained. So unfortunately for you, but fortunately for me. What happened to saying hi? I don't think that happens anymore. We go straight in. We don't mess around. On the overhead camera, it's fine now. It was echoing when you had the camera turned around. Okay, just the overhead. I was shocked. It caught me off guard. Fixed. Okay, good stuff. GLI nets are clunky and now compared to the new UTR. Yes, it's one of those things. I think it's. Let me just pull up some notes that I had. Is it here? Is it here? No, it's not here. Where are we? I had. In fact, let's just go here. It's going to be a little bit easier, I think, if we go. I have too many tabs open. That's the problem. So, yeah. So this is the travel router itself, and obviously it gets yourself connected to your Unifi network wherever you are. And I'm kind of going to be echoing some. I guess I'm going to be echoing some marketing speak, because that's what I'm going to be reading from. But you have the option to obviously tether your phone. You can connect it to a LAN cable. You can get it connected. I want to say via tethering to your phone, but again, I'm not going to confirm anything yet until I've properly played around with it. So we're only here to have a quick chat. 2 gigabit ports. It is Wi-Fi 5, as I mentioned. I mean, at the size and the price for $79, I wouldn't really expect too much more. But hey, people tend to ask for the world. It is very light, so 90 grams, as I mentioned. It uses a couple of different VPN clients, so it has OpenVPN and WireGuard, depending on what you're looking to use. And let's have a look. So these are the Wi-Fi 5 that it supports. Anyway, what else have we got here? So Ethernet, embedded Wi-Fi antennas. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see exactly how this works and gets put together. I did. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull out some more information on this. So yeah, we can bind to your specific site, so the user can get access to that specific site. Choose an SSD to copy from your home network if that's what you're after. So you can basically just wherever you are, you have this tethering, and you have an option to have your SSID where you are. So everything that you have, everything that you own, just automatically connects, which is exactly what you would want. The site binding one, I think, is definitely the key. We know the hotel authentication is going to be there, the VPN verify, etc., etc. But the site binding is going to be, if it's going to be as seamless as I expect it to be, I think it's going to be good. I would love to see a UTR Pro Max with Wi-Fi 7 and possibly teleport support, because Unifi Teleport helps get around various VPN filters. And that's the other thing I think it said in the video in terms of the geolocation, right? So if you're, it will take you to your geolocation. So if your home base is in the UK, for example, and you're abroad out of the country, it will turn your geolocation to the UK. Hopefully a 5G version is in the works. Yeah, I would probably echo that. I hope there is, especially if it's a similar sort of form factor. I would be very surprised if they were able to, but the stranger things have happened, I guess. We'd be able to just pop a SIM card in this, and this would become your travel router completely. So that would be quite cool. WonderTech has a video on this. Let's have a little look. So I've not seen any YouTube videos in terms of, actually I've seen one YouTube video, but not WonderTech's. So I would have to have a look. Where is he? I know he's on my list somewhere. Maybe they can come across and answer some of the questions for us. Where is he? I know he's in here somewhere. Okay. Yeah. He's got one out there. Kind of talks about the travel route to the hardware, setup process, the teleport features, the performance. Yeah, okay. Fine, fair enough. So yeah, there are a couple of videos. I think Robbie from NAS Compares has done one as well. So there's a couple of videos out there already. I will be getting one. It's just been a busy week getting the other two features up, the other two products out and working, and videos complete. So yeah, trying to get this one across the line at the same time probably wasn't going to be as feasible as possible. The features of the UTR should have been in the Unifi Express and the Express 7 in the first place. Yeah, I can see that, but you have the full Unifi network setup, right? So if you needed to get that set up, you would be using that. But yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. Can it be used standalone? Can it be used as a standalone console, or does it have to connect back to a main site? So that's a question. That's an answer I don't have just yet, and that's one thing I do want to answer. Is if you can just use it without the site binding. So I don't have that. I don't have that answer just yet, unfortunately. But I will make a note of that, because there are a few things that people have asked for, and just to make sure I don't forget. And I'm sure, no doubt, Cyberdoggy will remind me if I do forget. So I didn't know what the stream was going to be like this evening, because I know we did one a few days ago, but there was a few releases. So I don't imagine me being here for the full hour today. It's just going to be a quick hello, and yeah, here's what's been around. I guess before we continue, what I should do is, if you haven't seen my videos already, let's have a quick look here. So this is the G6 entry video. If you wanna have a watch of that one, and if you haven't already, I'm sure you already have. And this is the G6 180 video. So yeah, couple in there. Given like I said, given the time of the year, I don't expect it to be a very busy stream this evening, but let's move on to the next one. So I don't have the G6 entry doorbell is up and on my door at the moment, but I've managed to take this down for the time being. So we can have a little chat about this one. So if you want to see a live reaction of the thumbnail, there you go. You can see that's that's how I took my thumbnail. But there's a bit of weight to this for sure, but you'd expect to be, to given the amount of stuff that is in here, or given the what's in there. It's fairly robustly built, so it's not going to break very easily. I don't have the screwdriver to this to loosen this up, but you can see, hopefully you don't get the echo of the camera this time. You can see that is what it looks like. So you have the two lenses, you have 3 lights on there, so 1, 2 and 3 to shine either side wherever you are. You have the 2 big lenses in here. We have the speaker in here, and we have the IR sensors, which are just around here somewhere. We have this, which is the Ethernet port, and then obviously you have the water sealant to make it IP rated, that you can get connected up there, and then your cables can be fed around each side, and you've got two different plastic caps that you can remove. Yeah, the two plastic caps that can be removed for this. I mean, overall, I think it's a good camera. It did well in terms of when I tested it on my drive. The detections obviously weren't as far as some of the more powerful cameras that have more powerful processors, etc. But yeah, I think overall it did a relatively good job at picking up everything I had on my front drive. Yeah, it's one of my more creative ones. Otherwise, generally, it's just a product on my face and then the title. So when I first saw this, that's literally what I thought of. I thought this is just like looking through a pair of binoculars, or looking at, yeah. Anyway, that's where it went. When's the G6 Pro turret comparison video coming? Ooh. So I started putting that one together, and obviously when it gets busy, other videos take priority when it comes to a comparison. I will hope to get this out by the end of the year. I hope. So I saw actually a post on Reddit the other day about the doorbell and using a mechanical chime using a Shelly relay switch. So that looked quite interesting. So I actually might end up doing a video on that. So yeah, that's another video I hope to try and get out by the end of the year. Again, assuming nothing else appears before the end of the year. I don't know if there will be or there won't be, but if there is, then obviously more videos will be. I'm hoping it's going to quieten down towards the end of the year, but yeah, who knows? It's that time of year. Sometimes it's busy, sometimes it's not. Yeah, that's the other thing I thought of as well. Yeah. What's my opinion on the amplifier charging cable? Amplified charging cable. Are you referring to something in my screen? Because I'm actually Googling it, because I'm trying to think if there's something that I'm missing out here. Yeah, I think I'm missing something here. But anyway, we move on. And yeah, probably what Cyberdog said. Let's have a look. So I did also notice that let me bring this up in a private browsing window. So where are we? I did also notice that Protect 6.2, apologies for the non-dark screen, but Protect 6.2 went official. I know it went RC a little while ago, but I do have a video. I do have a video coming on this soon as well. But there's some additional features in here. I don't have I'm really interested in trying this out. I don't have the Shopify POS integration, but I would be very intrigued to see how that works and what that looks like. But I don't have that, unfortunately. There's more granular permissions. There's the incoming bit rates. There's the active sessions. There's some PTZ stuff in here that's been updated. And then there's just a few looks and playback features that have changed slightly. So there's a little bit of improvement. So hopefully, yeah, that'll fix. There's some bug fixes in here as well. Crossing lines, G3 series. So yeah, 6.2s have been out. Like I said, I do have a video on it, but I've not finalized the video. So maybe who knows when that'll get released. Where are we? There we go. So yeah, so that was 6.2. What else do we have to talk about? What else do we have? Where are we? Here. Let's have a look. So we have an E7 campus indoor. Are you trying to find? Oh, we do have an E7 campus indoor. When did that arrive? And an E7 audience indoor. When did those slowly appear? Did I miss that completely? Interesting. Oh, they arrived today as well. Okay, interesting. So let's bring this across. So we had, we have. Thank you for that, Cyberdog, because I didn't realize this at all. We have the E7 campus indoor. I want to know what. So I wonder if this is for us European people, because we're not permitted to use the 6 gigahertz outdoor. I'm wondering if this has arrived in the EU store. No, it hasn't. So that's probably why I missed it, because it's only in the US. Let's see. So E7 campus, 10 gig. So one uses the RF Prism technology. Oh, there's a new there's some new graphics which shows you how they keep working if you have failures. You got to be pretty unlucky if that goes pop, pop, pop. 4 in a row. ISP failure, gateway failure, aggregation failure, campus failure. You got to be pretty unlucky for that to happen all in one go. But what sets apart the access point indoor is its full 6 gigahertz band support and without AFC restrictions, enabling stable frequency power and configuration tailored for indoor deployments. Okay, interesting. I'm sure the audience probably says the same thing. And yeah, I was pretty much correct. It says exactly the same thing. But that's cool. They're the same price though. It's just the indoor. I guess it's just. I have a feeling it's the same. Well, I'm pretty sure it's the same model. It's just what's activated on the inside. It's just probably a software thing. Well, that's definitely what we needed. We needed some more Wi-Fi APs. So yeah, that would be that would be good. Something more to add. I don't think I will be reviewing those anytime soon. But if I do ever have something for me to review that with, I'm sure I will. 1 second. Cloud Gateway Fiber. What is the size, format, and type of M2 drive does it handle? I already have a tray, so I think it is a Gen 4 M2. The exact size is not going to come to me off the top of my head. 2280 maybe, but let's have a little look. Technical. Where are we? Oh, it doesn't say. Interesting. I'm sure it's just the standard 2280 size, but it probably takes it may take all the different sizes. May. But let's have a look at the accessory tray. So if I go with no storage, SSD tray. So there you go. So on here, optional storage insert for cloud gateways, UNAS models that supports 2230, 42, 60, 80, 110 sized M2 NVMe drives. So it supports all of them. The UCG Max and Fiber and the UNAS Pro operate at 3.2 per NVMe. The UNAS 4 operates at a Gen 2x1 per NVMe. So there you go. Hopefully that answers your question. That gives you everything you need in terms of what you're going to buy. In terms of size-wise, there is people that are generally on this stream. Fasil's one of them. He's used a 4 terabyte in his Cloud Gateway Max, so it does work. The U8 Pro releasing, I wish there would be more hardware, but it would keep us very busy. That's for sure. I don't expect something like this to come out to Wi-Fi 8 gets released or becomes even a standard, which I think at this point is 2028. So if I'm still around making videos, which I hope to be, we'll cover this sometime in 2028. So maybe 2 years from now we might be talking about it. I still find it very interesting that Europe doesn't allow you to use all 1200 megahertz to the 6 gigahertz. Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying that we still don't have 6 gigahertz usage. And it doesn't seem like it's coming anytime soon either, which is even more frustrating. UDB IoT is supposed to be out this month. Yep, that is another one. I think there's a few things that are supposed to still be out this month. I think the IoT was one of them. Now the router is going to be this one. What else was there? There was, let's have a little look. There's a couple of sensors that are supposed to be coming this month. So I just realized you're already on the right page. So we have the motion sensor and we have the brake glass sensor that's supposed to be coming this month. What else do we have? There's the retrofit already turned up. What else is there? Yeah, everything else has changed to either Jan or Q1. So yeah, there's a few things that are supposed to arrive before the end of the month. Cody has a short on the UDB IoT. He does, I believe. I think he's done a full video on it as well, hasn't he? I know I have a full video out on it already, for sure. Let's have a look. So, yeah, Cody's got a video on the the IoT. So, like I said, yeah, I know mine's already out on that. Good evening, TJ. How you doing? I think I left my water in the other room, which is slightly annoying. But anyway, we'll stick around for a few more minutes. We'll take a few more questions. Loads of goodies this month. Yep, they're not stopping, given it's the end of the year. So I expect there to be hopefully a few more, but who knows? Environmental sensors available in the UK. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Store.ui.com. Let's go to the UK store. I think a lot of people have been waiting for the environmental sensor in the UK store. So, camera security. Okay, cool. And it's in stock. Actually, let's have a quick look at the same time. I'm intrigued as to whether. Let's just switch here. So I'm intrigued as to see whether the doorbells are still in stock. So the UK didn't have it anyway. So let's have a look. Let's check Europe. Still in stock in Europe. What about the States? Still in stock in the States. Okay. So not as. Did Canada get it? Yeah, Canada got it. Okay. What about camera? Where's the G180? Sorry for the fast scrolling. I know this is probably going to be hurting your eyes. Well, it's definitely sold out in the US already. The white version's coming soon. Europe. Still in stock in Europe. So for those that are still wanting it, it is still in stock. It's not available in the Canadian store just yet. UK, I don't think we got it. Nope, sold out by in the EU store. Anyway, so there is the doorbells are still available, and the G6 180 is still available. So yeah. Can't wait for the G6 entry to come. New house, new doorbell. Glad the missus approves. As she doesn't like a doorbell with an LCD. Okay, fair enough. As long as it ticks all the boxes, that's the main thing. Good thumbnail to video transition. Thank you, Bogdan. If you guys haven't already, Bogdan's a very avid Ubiquiti poster as well, so you can go ahead and follow his channel. I'm sure you all know who Bogdan is already, though. So someone needs to make a more detailed EVSL like DPC did for EVSPs. Yes, maybe, possibly, maybe that might be on the to-do list. It's just the time that you need to do stuff like that. That's for sure. It's funny how stuff comes in. I don't think I'll need the UTR, especially as I have a UMR industrial. But I think I'm going to buy it regardless. Seems to be a common syndrome with most, a common issue with Ubiquiti users that I don't think I need it, but I'm going to buy it anyway. And to be fair, if you can walk around with this instead of a UMR industrial, I think you're much rather going to prefer this, and you get the decent speed that you need out of it. Yeah, I don't think you can complain with using something like this. Ubiquiti really should do pre-orders. It would fix a lot of out-of-stock issues. Yeah, I mean, at the UWC, they well, actually, I don't know how much I can say, but they are working on the stock side of things. So hopefully 2026 is looking brighter, hopefully. It's funny how things it's funny how things come in straight after the free delivery finishes. Yeah, well, I it's interesting. It's interesting. But yeah, it's additional money in the pocket, right? Why not? Well, I guess, yeah, it is kind of additional money in the pocket. So can the G6 entry do NFC and touch pass to unlock a smart lock through webhooks or Home Assistant without the Access Hub? That is a very good question. So to unlock the access features, you need to make sure you have, and the reason I've just gone slightly distant is because I'm trying to find the doorbell so I can show you. The FAQs. So, excuse me. Where are we? Let's go to the standard. Okay, the G6 operates as a standalone doorbell and supports all Unifi Protect features when connected. What access features are available? So the access features that you would want to, like touch pass, NFC, mobile unlock, face lock, it all retains in Unifi Protect features such as AI detection. So you need to have access. You need to have the hub installed to activate the access features. It doesn't work standalone with those devices. So that would be the answer to your question. This is the Unifi business strategy. Release a good product. People buy it, and then they release a better version right after. And then people buy the product again. Well, it's a vicious cycle, right? It's a consumer cycle. I'm sure a lot of companies would love to have this problem where people keep buying their products. I spent a good amount of time on the last couple of days playing with the UISP Design Center. They really should add the UDB Pro to the list of devices. I've not really played with the UISP stuff. It's stuff that's on my list that I would like to do, but there's too many releases for me to be able to keep up to see what's happening there. Should we be worried about that? The condensation is mentioned in the G6 FAQ. I wouldn't necessarily be worried about it as such. I would, I would probably say they're doing something about it. So I'll briefly mention it. I did have, and I did say it in my video, I did have some condensation build up on this. And yeah, I plugged it in. It had the condensation build up, and it went away in a few hours. So it went away. So that the heater is definitely doing its job. In terms of doing that now. Yeah, so it's definitely doing its job. Whether I would probably, well, I guess it depends on which way you would look at it. I'd probably take it more of a positive that they're proactively doing something about it. But yeah, that's my thought anyway. The G4 doorbell did not need the access hub for the fingerprint and NFC though. Strange. Let me have a quick look. So, but mine's connected to the access hub, so I can't really say too much because I would have tested it with Just Protect, but yeah, I can't see anything for like NFC reader or rotation advanced settings. Yeah, I can't see anything for that. But obviously when I go into access, there's a lot more that's there. I'll have to also plug in the old doorbell to see what that looked like as well. Need to add it to Home Assistant and see what shows up. I have got it in Home Assistant, so it automatically comes in there. Have I done anything with it? No, but it's definitely there. That's for sure. Just having a quick look to make sure. So here, this is the G6 entry in Home Assistant. I can't see anything about any of the rest of it. But anyway, I don't know. I don't play around too much with Home Assistant to probably warrant talking about it. But I think we have been around for a little while. I will take one or two more questions probably, and then I will probably call it a day. I may be back on Sunday. If not, I may be back in the new year. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if anything comes about. Because it's a busy time of year. Everybody's spending time with family. As much as I love to spend as much time with you all, I may stream on Sunday. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see how things go. Speaking of USP, they plan to release a compact OLT for like $399 and it never released. Where did it go? That is a very good question. I would I would say I would take this up, but yeah, I don't know. I don't do too much around the UISP side, so I couldn't comment. Is there an access? Is there an access log you can add to a normal house door front door? Merry Christmas. Have a drink with me. TJ. UAC lock strike. Yes, so there is a strike lock. I mean, there's a few people in here that will probably tell you don't use a strike lock for residential purposes, which is probably right. But there isn't anything specific that is designed for residential use. I'm hoping that we do see something eventually, but I just don't know if, when, how, even if it's in the works or not, I don't know. But it would be good to see something that we could link with these doorbells and the access kits for a residential thing. We saw something obviously in the early access store many years ago when the early access store existed. But yeah, it's I don't think it's something that we're going to see anytime soon. You'll have to tell Cody to come back and stream. I may do. We'll see, because generally most people join on a Sunday. Maybe, I mean, it'll be after the New Year. So what date will Sunday be? Let's have a look. What are we looking at? 28th. Yeah, maybe. We're close to the end of the year. So it depends if people have gone away or not. Thanks for the vids. Roll on more Superlink next year. Yeah, hopefully. I'm expecting big things next year from Ubiquiti. Things around the Superlink stuff, the stuff that's supposed to be arrived. Definitely the UNAS. A lot of people have been waiting for the UNAS 4 and the UNAS Pro 4. What else are we looking at? The doorbells, the Doorbell Pro. So that's still yet to become. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's supposed to be coming next year, which we're looking forward to. There's the 5G outdoor that's supposed to also be coming. So yeah, it's definitely going to be busy, and the unified Dream Route 5G. So that's another one. And there are a few other products that were mentioned in the UWC, which I probably won't say right now. But yeah, there's a few more that are coming. That's for sure. Yeah, this is what TJ did, and then used Home Assistant to unlock it with it. So that's something you can do. The electric strike isn't too lag. It's just the mag lock that's concerning, because you typically need a permit for that. There you go. I knew there would be somebody that would know the right answer that right there. The Enric, what is this? The Anitech Orion Pro 2 megapixel looks suspiciously like the AI PTZ. Yeah. You are probably correct in that. It looks very much similar. I think there is obviously an OEM crossover in some instances by the looks of it, with a bit of a Ubiquiti polish. But if you ask me, I think most PTZs generally of that size looks fairly similar. But anyway, we will call it a day there. We went a lot longer than I thought we would. I thought we'd be done in about 20, 30 minutes, but we went for 50 minutes. So if I don't stream on Sunday, all of you enjoy the rest of the holidays. Have a good Christmas and New Year, and I will speak to you in the New Year. If not, I will speak to you on Sunday.